The year 2022-2023 was the year of the 150th birth anniversary of Sri Aurobindo. The Government of India had been earnest in its unprecedented efforts to pay homage to Sri Aurobindo on this occasion. To begin with, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi constituted a 53-member high-level committee to oversee the various programs and events being organized for this purpose in India and abroad. The Ministry of Culture arranged on the Republic Day Parade of 2022 a float highlighting Sri Aurobindo's life and work. In addition, a memorial postal stamp and a 150 rupee coin were released by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi himself. To especially emphasize and widely spread the vision of Sri Aurobindo, the Prime Minister and the Home Minister gave speeches, and the Ministry of Culture organized wide-ranging events to spread Sri Aurobindo's philosophy. This year, we happen to be witnessing the grand celebration of the glorious culmination of a civilizational aspiration in the form of the Grand Temple of Lord Sri Ram in Ayodhya. But at the same time, certain malicious efforts are being made in Ayodhya to alienate Sri Aurobindo Sadhanalaya, where the sacred relics of Sri Aurobindo are enshrined since 1989. Before we go into all this, a brief history of the place is due. The land for the Sri Aurobindo Sadhanalaya in Ayodhya was donated to the mother in the year 1959 by Srimati Rani Bhuvaneshwari Kuwar of Amavan, with the clear intentions on how it should be used specified by the donor in the gift deed, that is, the propagation of the work of Sri Aurobindo and the mother in Ayodhya. The donated land is just adjacent to Sri Ram Janmabhoomi. In the year 1989, the Chief Minister and the government of Uttar Pradesh welcomed the arrival of the relics of Sri Aurobindo with great enthusiasm. The grace of the mother and the stamp of approval of Sri Ram for this Sadhanalaya are evidenced by the fact that after the events of 1992, when central government acquired the majority of the land around Sri Ram temple, this Sadhanalaya was deliberately exempted by the then Narasimha Rao government. An intimate disciple of Sri Aurobindo, Sri Nirodh Baran, writes about the relics. We have seen the peace and tranquility that dwell wherever the relics are enshrined. Therefore, the relics are not a mere memento. Relics are the living presence of Sri Aurobindo, imbued with the light and force of his lifelong sadhana. Just as an atom contains an infinite power in itself, this is the truth behind the relics. To always keep alive that truth and give due respect to it is what the relics demand of us. It could not be a mere divine coincidence that a Sadhanalaya with Sri Aurobindo's sacred relics enshrined there is located adjacent to the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi temple, Ayodhya. This makes this place not only a divine Shakti Peeth according to the Hindu belief, but also for those conscious of Sri Aurobindo's work, a concrete proof of the consonance of Sri Ram's work with Sri Aurobindo's. Now, coming back to the present. After the Ayodhya verdict in 2019, Sri Ram Mandir Teerth Kshetra Trust began to acquire the land around the temple plot. In his undated letter, written sometime before 30th September 2022, Sri Champat Rai Ji, General Secretary, Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Teerth Kshetra Ramkot Ayodhya, requested the trustees of Sri Aurobindo Ashram Trust, Pondicherry, to provide the Sadhanalaya land and in place of that, to accept an alternative best site for building a new ashram. In reply to this, in his letter dated 30th September 2022, Sri Manoj Das Ji Gupta, the managing trustee, wrote, "The land for the Sri Aurobindo Sadhanalaya in Ayodhya was donated to the mother in 1959 with clear intentions on how it should be used, specified by the donor in the gift deed. As trustees, we are only custodians of the trust properties. Our role is very clear in that we have to maintain the properties for the original purpose for which the properties are vested with the trust. In this regard, it would be pertinent to refer to your plans to have shrines for various gurus and sages within the mandir boundaries, Sri Valmiki Swami, Sri Agatse, and others which was mentioned. Our Sadhanalaya, being adjacent to the mandir, may effectively be seen as another place for spiritual pursuit for devotees, and does not appear to us to be contrary to the overall purpose of the mandir and its glory in the future. In these circumstances, it was felt by all of us that Sri Aurobindo Sadhanalaya and the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Mandir can coexist. But it is very sad to note that some of the people and office bearers associated with the Ram Janmabhoomi Teerth Kshetra do not seem to believe it. They have pressurized the Sri Aurobindo Ashram Trust and its management team to submit to the demand, never even utter a word about it. If this sort of pressure or blackmail is suspected or pointed out by another devotee of Sri Aurobindo and the mother, it is outright denied by Sri Aurobindo Ashram's managing trust. The question is, can such principles and considerations, as pointed out in the above quoted letter of the managing trustee, change in such a short time? The answer is very clear, no. To assert otherwise is pertinently false. In response to Sri Manoj Das Gupta's above letter, Sri Champat Rai wrote back on 7th November 2022 requesting him to reconsider his position. According to reliable sources in close contact with the Ashram Trust, in the face of both internal and external pressures, the Ashram trustees, abandoning their original stand based upon devotion and loyalty to Sri Aurobindo and the mother, are endeavouring to alienate the plot of land on which Sri Aurobindo Sadhanalaya is established. As a loyal devotee of Sri Aurobindo, to give in to any kind of pressure of whatever nature is reprehensible and cowardly. His sacred relics being enshrined at a place where daily thousands of pilgrims not only pay respects at Sri Ram Mandir but also to the herald of the new age, Sri Aurobindo, is not just a happy coincidence but the assurance of Ram Rajya and the renaissance of India in the light of Sri Aurobindo. Therefore, it behoves all friends of Sanatan Dharma and above all the devotees of Sri Ram and Sri Aurobindo to do all in their power to oppose this narrow and destructive endeavour. Towards this end, we have been working tirelessly. An article was published in the newspaper Amar Ujala that detailed the essence on this matter. A high-intensity online campaign was launched that garnered the support of thousands of Sri Aurobindo devotees from all over the world against this endeavour. With this fervent tribute of Rabindranath Tagore to Sri Aurobindo re-echoing in our hearts, let us all join hands to save Sri Aurobindo Sadhanalaya at Ayodhya.